chosen ones. Right now, God is calling your name. Please listen carefully, because this whisper in your soul isn't random. It's a direct line from heaven, pulling you out of the noise and into something real. That voice you felt in quiet moments, the one that stirs when life gets heavy. It's him, not a distant echo, but a clear call, saying, your time has come to step forward. You've carried burdens that bent others, faced nights where doubt crept in. But hear this, God sees every scar, every step you've taken alone. And he's not just watching, he's reaching out, hand extended, ready to lift you into a purpose that fits you like it was carved from the stars. And when God calls, it's never small. It's a summons to rise, to claim what's yours, the kind of life where chains break and doors swing wide without you forcing them. Think of Moses at the burning bush, that voice cutting through the desert wind, turning a shepherd into a leader who parted seas. Your call might not come with flames, but it's just as fierce. It's in the pull toward forgiveness you didn't ask for, the strength to stand when everything says sit. Listen close, because ignoring it leaves you circling the same dry ground, but answering, that unlocks rivers in the wasteland. Pause here for a second, hit that like button if this is hitting home, and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. Your yes to that simple act, it aligns you with the flow, draws in the energy of what's next. Now, feel the weight of his voice in your bones. It's not yelling commands, it's a steady hum, like the first light breaking dawn, reminding you that you weren't made for half measures. God calls your name because he knows the fire in you, the one banked low but never out. Remember David, a boy with a sling facing giants, that call echoing from the hills. You're mine, go get what's waiting. Your giants might be regrets or empty pockets, but his call turns pebbles into weapons, fear into fuel. It's personal, your name on his lips, pulling you from hiding to the front lines where real change starts. But calls like this demand ears wide open. Distractions scream, loud bills piling, voices doubting, habits dragging, but God's whisper cuts cleaner. It's in the song stuck in your head, the stranger's word that lands just right, the dream that lingers past morning. Lean in, chosen one, because this isn't a one-time ring. It's persistent, like a heartbeat syncing with yours. Elijah heard it in the cave, not the earthquake or fire, but the still small voice that said, "Get up, I've got more for you." Yours is the same, soft but unbreakable, urging you past the storm to solid ground. And here's where it shifts. When you listen, provision follows, like shadow to Sunday. God doesn't call empty-handed. He equips. That job you've eyed, the healing you've prayed for, the peace that slips away. His voice names them before you do, lining up breakthroughs you can't engineer alone. Picture Esther, called in a palace of plots, her name whispered amid feasts and threats. For such a time as this, your such a time is now, with resources hidden in plain sight, waiting for your ear to tune in. Debts dissolve, doors unlock, favor flows because his call carries supply. Comment 777 below if you're tuning in right now, letting that number seal your focus, drawing heaven's attention to your stand. God's call isn't always comfort. Sometimes it's a nudge into the unknown, the kind that tests your grip but builds your roots. Jonah tried running, waves crashing his denial, but that voice pursued, "My plans, not yours." You might feel the pull toward hard talks or bold moves, but trust it, it's forging you sharper, turning hesitation into holy ground. The call refines, strips the unnecessary, leaves you lean and ready, like gold from fire. Others see risk. God sees readiness. Your name in his mouth? It's endorsement, armor for the road ahead. Yet in the listening, joy sneaks in unannounced. It's not forced cheer, but a deep current, bubbling up as you align. The Psalms sing of it, David dancing wild before the ark, called out of caves to kingship, his steps light because he heard and moved. Your joy builds the same way. Small yeses to his voice stack into songs you can't contain. Laughter returns, burdens lighten, connections deepen. His call rewires the ache into anthem. Now, picture this. God's voice weaving through your days like thread in cloth, strengthening the weak spots. It's in the alarm that wakes you early for prayer, the verse that sticks, the gut check before a choice. He calls because you're wired for more legacy over survival, impact over drift. Like Paul on Damascus Road, blinded to see clear, your call flips the script, from chasing shadows to chasing light. Debts, they fade under his provision. Health, it rebounds with his breath. Relationships, they mend in his timing. Listen and watch the weave tighten into something unbreakable. But don't just hear respond. A simple nod, a prayer whispered back, and momentum builds. God meets the half-step with full stride, turning your whisper into roar. The woman at the well, called by living water words, left her jars for a life poured out. Your response? It spills into service, turning personal call into public fire. Neighbors notice the shift, the glow you carry. It's contagious, pulling others toward their own hearing. Hit like if his call is stirring something fierce in you, and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones, answering together your part in the chorus matters. This call carves paths through mountains, not around them. It's the voice that said to Gideon, "Go in my strength," turning a hideout into a harvest of victory. Your mountains doubt, delay, defeat crumble under that tone, revealing valleys of abundance. Financial flows you didn't map, wisdom beyond books, peace that guards like walls. God's not calling a version of you, he's calling the full you, the one buried under years but alive in his sight. And as you listen, clarity sharpens like dawn chasing night. Confusion scatters, priorities lock in. His voice is compass, cutting fog to chart. Proverbs nails it. My son, pay attention. They are life to those who find them. Your attention, it births direction, turns wandering into walking tall. Careers clarify, callings crystallize, chaos quiets. Chosen one, this isn't vague hope, it's voiced blueprint, step by numbered step. Feel the pull toward praise in the pause. When God calls, worship rises natural as breath, its response, fuel, the bridge from hearing to having. Like the walls of Jericho, his voice through shouts topples strongholds. Your praise, it amplifies, shakes loose what's stuck, ushers in the new. Voices join yours in spirit. Heaven bends closer, abundance answers the song. Comment 777 if praise is rising in you now, marking this moment as yours to claim. God's call echoes in community, not isolation. He draws you to others, hearing the same souls sinking, stories sharing, strengths stacking. The early church felt it, called from hiding to bold witness, fires spreading. Your circle expands the same. Mentors appear, allies align, the lonely fill with belonging. No more solo grind. His voice multiplies through mouths like yours, turning one call into a movement. But beware the static worldly whines trying to drown the divine. Tune out the mockers, the "that's impossible" crew. God's call overrides. a signal stronger than storm. Like Noah building amid laughs, you build on his word, ark of purpose afloat when floods come. Provision proves it, rains of blessing over ridicule's drought. This call births boldness, the kind that stares down storms and smiles. Peter stepped from boat on that voice, waves under feet, till doubt pulled him under, but the hand yanked him up. Your steps? Steady on his say-so, ventures launching, risks rewarding, wealth whispers in, not as luck, but as listened for legacy. Investments bloom, ideas ignite. His call cashes the check. Faith writes, and in the quiet after, rest roots deep. Listening isn't labor, it's laying down, letting him lead the load. Jesus called disciples to come away, rest, recharging the race. Your rest renews resolve, visions vivid, vigor vast. Sleep sweetens, days deepen, his voice as lullaby and launchpad. Subscribe now to Link Arms with thousands of chosen ones tuning in daily. Your voice in the mix strengthens us all. God's call colors courage in you, painting fears faded, actions alive. It's the voice that armed Deborah, judge to warrior, song rising from battle won. Your battles? Won in whisper, turning trials to triumphs. Health holds firm, finances fortify, futures flourish. Each a brushstroke of his artistry through your yes. Yet it's intimate, this calling like a father naming his child in the night, fears fleeing at the sound. You, known fully, flaws and fire, called still. Vulnerabilities, vessels for his valor. The prodigal heard it in the road dust, feet turning home to feast. Your turn, tables set, robes ready. Abundance awaits the ear that heeds. Now, let gratitude ground you. His call, unearned gift, stirs thanks that tilts the tide. Like the 10 lepers, one returned, praising full healing followed. Your thanks? Triggers more, provision pouring, peace prevailing, voices of victory rise, valleys lifted to peaks. Comment 777 to anchor your gratitude, letting it echo back from the comments of kin souls. This call cultivates creativity, sparks long dimmed to blaze. God named Bezalel for tabernacle craft, filling hands with skill divine. Yours? Ideas incubate, arts awaken, innovations ignite wealth woven from whimsy. He whispers, markets meet your make, doors draw your designs, prosperity in the palette, but balance bids you breathe. Listening leans on limits, Sabbaths sacred amid the surge. Elijah's call crashed him under broom tree, angel's cake calling rest. Your rhythm renews the run, whispers wiser in the wait. Strength sustains, not strains. His voice values the pause. God's call connects causes, heart to heaven's beat. Like Isaiah's, here am I, yours sends you serving, needs met in the meeting. Orphans find aid, strangers shelter your hands, his blessings bounce back bountiful. Impact imprints, legacy lasts called to change, not just chase. And in the weave, wisdom wells up. Proverbs fear of Lord as knowledge's start. His call kicks it open, insights instant, counsel clear. Choices chart true. Pitfalls pass by provision in the prudence, abundance in the aware. Hit like if wisdom's waking in you, fueling the fire, and subscribe to thousands strong, sharing the sharp edge of this truth. This call crushes comparison, spotlight solely on your lane. God called Jeremiah young. Before you formed, purpose penned pre-birth. Your lane? Lit unique, rivals, irrelevant, run relieved. Rewards rich in your rhythm. Envy evaporates. excellence emerges, wealth wins, without the race against others. Yet humility hums humble, called high, but hands open vessels, not vaults. Like Mary, let it be, birthing bigger than self. Your humility heightens the hold, grace gushing greater, gifts given freely, glory to giver, provision pure, not possessive. God's call crafts character, chisel by chisel. Job heard through loss, voice vast in the storm. Where were you? Humble, he healed whole. Your chisel cuts pride, carves compassion. Strength subtle, service supreme. Trials temper, triumphs teach, called to character that carries. Now, envision the expansion. His voice visions vast, horizons hurling wide. Abraham's call, go, stars for seed, yours. Nations nod, nets cast, global impact international. Income immense, partnerships pulse. Possibilities proliferate, abundance across acres. Comment 777 if expansion's exciting your spirit. Claiming the wide world, waiting. This call commands calm in chaos. Paul's shipwreck shout, don't fear. Promise pulled through. Your chaos? Calms at the call, storms stilling to stride. Mindsets mend, anxieties ash, peace profound, provision paired, but boldness beckons beyond. Called to borders, breaking barriers, voices voiceless heard, wrongs righted. Like Moses' staff to sea, your stand splits obstacles. Courage cascades, communities changed, wealth as weapon for the weak. God's call collects companions, tribes forming from the tuned. David's mighty men, called from caves to crown. Yours, allies assemble, encouragements echo, strength shared. Successes swell, no lone wolf. Pack power, provision pooled, and forgiveness flows free. Call to release, like Joseph's to brothers. You meant evil, God good. Bitterness burns out, blessings bloom, relationships restored, riches released from grudges grip. Subscribe to weave into thousands of chosen ones, calls converging for collective conquest. This call kindles kindness, ripples from the response. The Good Samaritan heard in the ditch, hands healing haste. Yours? Acts accumulate, atmospheres alter, favor finds the generous, abundance answers altruism. Yet discernment dances delicate. Not every voice vies for virtue, tests spirits, as John urged. God's call clarifies, counterfeits crumble, paths pure, pursuits precise. Wisdom weeds the wild, wealth waits on the wise. God's call crowns confidence, head high on holy ground. Like Esther's fast to feast, fear fled for favor. Yours? Strides sure, stumbles scarce, opportunities open, outcomes optimal. Doubt doused, destiny embraced, provision in the poise. Now, the harvest hints heavy. Listening links to legacy, seeds sown in silence sprouting strong. Solomon's call to wisdom, wealth followed wise rule. Yours? Fruits fill fields, family flourishes, impact intergenerational, inheritance immense. Comment 777 to harvest your hints, pulling promises closer. This call bridges brokenness, mending what man can't. The lame at the gate, Peter's look, leap followed. Yours? Limps lift, losses layer to lessons. Restoration real, renewal radiant. Health halts, halting. Hope holds high, abundance in the amend. But stewardship stands sentinel. Called to care, not consume, talents turned, tables tipped. Parables pounds, faithful fivefold. Yours? Multiplied means missions magnified, wealth wise, world wiser. God's call composes courage for the climb. Nehemiah's wall, taunts turn to towers. Yours, bricks bind, builders bold, structures stand, stories stir. Endurance earns, excellence endures, provision in persistence, and intimacy invites deeper. Call to closet prayer, door shut, Father sees. Yours, secrets shared, strength surges, communion close, clarity cascades. Loneliness leaves, love leads, peace profound, pockets plentiful. Hit like if intimacy's inviting you nearer, heart to heart, and subscribe to the thousands tuning tight. Calls clarifying in company. This call catalyzes change, self to sphere. Jonah's Nineveh, reluctant roar, repent city. Yours, circles shift, societies stir, light leaks local, legacy lingers long. Influence inches infinite. Income intersects impact, yet patience paces the path. Calls cook slow, seasons simmer. Habakkuk's watchpost, wait, vision vindicated. Yours, holds steady, harvests huge timing, trusts, treasures, timely. Rushed ruins, rested rains, abundance attends the await. God's call cleanses core, waters wash within. Like Naaman's dip, pride peeled for purity. Yours, stains strip, souls shine, vices vanish, virtues vital. Freedom fresh, favor flows free, health healed, holdings holy. Now, the surge of surrender. Call to cross, Mary's fiat full. Yours, yields yield, yieldings, burdens borne by bearer. Breakthroughs burst, control seeds. Capacity climbs, provision pours in the pour out. Comment 777, if surrender's surging in your surrender, yielding to the yield. This call connects to creation, earth's echo in the ear. Francis heard birds praise, poverty prized. Yours, nature nods, nurture new gardens, grow grace, gifts glean green. Sustainability seeds, stewardship swells wealth, woven with wonder, but warfare warns wise. Calls clash with counters, armor advised. Ephesians full gear, stand firm. Yours, shields up, swords swung, victories voiced, valleys victorious. Battles build, blessings bolster, abundance armored against assault. God's call crafts communion, table to tribe. Last suppers, this is, bonds blood bought. Yours, feasts foster, fellowships firm, unity upholds, upliftings unite. Isolation inched out, inclusion inspires prosperity in the people, and legacy lays long. Abraham's stars, seed scattered wide. Yours, lines lengthen, lights last, generations grasp grace, gains generational. Impact embedded, inheritance infinite, called to leave loaded. Subscribe to etch your legacy with thousands of chosen ones, lines linking lives. This call kindles kingship, peasant to palace. Cinderella's slipper, but divine decree. Yours, crowns claim, thrones taken, authority, authentic, assignments advance. Rule right, realms refreshed, wealth as wand for the willing, yet meekness marks the mighty. Moses' murmur quelled, meekest man. Yours, power poised, pride pruned, leadership lifts, legacies love-led, strength serves. Scepter soft, provision in the pure heart. God's call commissions quests, maps marked by maker. Paul's roads, revelations rolled. Yours, trails trod, treasures trailed, adventures align, arrivals awe. Risks reap, roads reward, abundance at the azimuth. Now, the thrill of testimony. Call voiced in valleys, victories vaunted. The lepers loud, told all, thanks thundering. Yours, stories spill, souls stirred, witness wins, waves widen, shame shed, shine shared impact in the I once was. Comment 777 to testify your thrill. Tales turning tides. This call bridges burdens, back bent to broad. Simon's cross carry, but call claimed. Yours? Loads lightened, lifts learned empathy equips, endurance echoes. Suffering shared, strength spreads rest in the release, riches in relief. But vision vaults vivid, calls color canvases, dreams drawn detailed. Joseph's coat to crown, visions validated. Yours, scenes sketched, skies spanned, futures framed, faiths fortified. Sight sets, steps secure provision, pictured plain. God's call cultivates community care, hands to hurting. Good Samaritan's oil, wounds wrapped. Yours, aids arrive, atmospheres amend, mercy moves, multitudes mended. Compassion caches, causes crowned wealth as well for the weary. And silence sanctifies, calls carve quiet, clamor cut. Elijah's cave, voice veiled in hush. Yours, pauses pulse, presence profound, revelation in rest, resolve renewed. Noise nixed, nearness nurtured, peace in the pause. Pockets in prayer, hit like if silence is sanctifying your soul, steadying the storm, and subscribe to the thousands finding sanctuary in the shared still. This call crushes cycles, chains chinked to chance. Rahab's rope, scarlet salvation. Yours, loops loosen, liberties launch pasts past, potentials peak. Bondage broken, boldness births freedom's fruit, fortunes free. Yet gratitude guards the gate. Calls cue thanks, tithes turned. The one leper's return, wholeness whole. Yours, counts compound, cups catch more appreciation activates, abundance appreciates. Thanks tilts, treasures tip provision in the praise. God's call composes symphonies, notes nudged by needler. David's harp, heart healed. Yours, melodies mount, measures move, songs soothe, spirits soar. Harmony holds, heavens hear, legacy in lyrics, life in the lay. Now, the dawn of destiny. Call crowns culmination, courses complete. Paul's fight finished, faith full. Yours, arcs align, arrivals announced, purposes peaked, promises paid, endings exalt, eternals enter abundance at apex. Comment 777, if destiny's dawning bright, drawing you deep. This call connects cosmos, stars to soul. Abraham's gaze, galaxies given. Yours, heaven's hint, horizons hold, vastness voiced, voids filled. Wonder wakes, worlds widen, wealth as whisper from the wide, but roots run resolute. Calls cement clans, families fortified. Ruth's, your people, bonds bound. Yours, ties tighten, tribes thrive, heritages heal, homes hallowed. Loyalty lasts, lineages lift provision in the people place. God's call kindles quests quiet, whispers to wander. Mary's how, heaven's how too. Yours, paths pondered, paces prayerful, journeys joyed, junctures joined, steps sacred, sojourns sure, abundance along the alley, and healing hums hidden, calls cure cause, cancers cancelled. The centurions say word, servant stood. Yours, wounds whisper whole, wells wellness, bodies bow, burdens banished. Restoration rolls, renewal reigns, health as hymn to the healer. Subscribe to sync your healing with thousands of chosen ones, hums harmonizing high. This call crafts covenants, seals sworn solemn. Noah's rainbow, reigns restrained. Yours, pacts persist, promises prove, trusts tempered, treaties true. Oaths open, outcomes ordered, legacy locked in loyalty. Yet playfulness piques playful, calls chuckle children, joy juiced. Jesus is let children, kingdom keyed. Yours, laughter loosens, levity lifts, delight dances, days dazzle. Fun fuels, futures frolic, peace in the play, provision in the prank. God's call commissions chronicles, tales to tell. Esther's scroll, salvation scribed. Yours, narratives notch, news noted, stories stake, souls saved. Witness worded, wonders written, impact inked, inheritance inscribed. Now, the surge of sovereignty. Call claims crowns, kingdoms keyed. David's throne, line long. Yours, realms ruled, rights realized, authority awakened, assignments absolute. Power poised, purposes prevail, wealth wielded wise. Comment 777 to surge your sovereignty. Stakes set strong. This call bridges beliefs, faiths fused firm. The Magi's star, seeker's sight. Yours, creeds converge, convictions clarify, divides dissolve, doctrines deepen. Unity upholds, understandings unite, abundance in the accord, but vigilance views valleys. Calls caution climbs, chasms checked. Nehemiah's watch, walls wary. Yours, alerts attend, adversaries assessed, guards guide, gains guarded, wisdom wards, wealth watched, provision protected. In the peak, God's call cultivates curiosity, questions quenched. Solomon's seeker, secrets surfaced. Yours, inquiries ignite, insights inlay, mysteries mined, minds mended. Wonder works, worlds within one, legacy in the learn, and rest restores radiant. Calls cradle calm, cares cast. Jesus's come, yokes yielded. Yours, slumbers soothe, spirits sparked recharge, rises, resolve, renewed. Quiet quells, quests quicken, peace poured, pockets plentiful from pause. Hit like if rest is restoring your radiance, roots running right, and subscribe to rest with thousands, rhythms resonating real. This call crushes complacency, coals to conflagration, Jeremiah's fire, bones burned. Yours, stagnant stirred, sparks struck, ruts reversed, rises roared. Momentum mounts, missions moved, freedom from the freeze, fortunes fired, yet tenderness touches true. Calls caress cause, comforts close, the Father's robe, ring restored. Yours, arms open, aches eased, mercy meets, men's made. Love lands light, lives lifted, abundance in the embrace. God's call composes closures, chapters capped clean. Paul's farewell, faith forwarded. Yours, ends exalt, entries eager, seasons signed, stories spun new. Transitions triumph. Tomorrow's tease, provision in the pivot. Now, the thrill of transcendence. Call lifts layers, limits lost. Enoch's walk, worlds walked. Yours, heights hailed, horizons held, elevations endless, essences eternal. Souls soar, skies spanned, wealth as wing to the what next. Comment 777 if transcendence thrills your thread. Threads tying tight. This call connects cultures, colors called close. Jonah's reluctant, repentances rippled. Yours, tongues touch, traditions twine, diversities dance, divides dim. Global grace, gatherings grand, impact international, income inclusive, but humility hones high. Calls curb crowns, clays kept. Isaiah's coal, lips loosed. Yours, pride pruned, postures penitent, greatness grounded. gifts given. Meek moves mountains, mercy multiplies provision in the poured low. God's call kindles kinship, kin kept kind. The prodigal's pigs to party, Father found. Yours? Estrangement's end, embraces earnest families fused. Forgiveness flows, bonds build big. Belonging blooms legacy in the love line. And discernment discerns deep. Calls cut clear, confusions culled. Samuel's speak, source sorted. Yours, whispers weighed, ways winnowed, truths tallied, traps turned. Clarity crowns, choices chiseled, wisdom's wealth waits well. Subscribe to discern with thousands of chosen ones, depths delved deep. This call crafts clarity in clouds, compasses calibrated. The pillar's path, presence pursued. Yours, fogs flee, footings firm, directions drawn, doubts doused. Guides glow, goals grasped, abundance at the angle. Yet joy juices journeys, calls chuckle courses, cheers chase. David's dance, arc advanced. Yours, giggles guide, gladness grows, paths playful, pursuits pleased. Delight drives, days delightful, peace in the prance. Provision in play, God's call commissions conquests, crowns claimed calm, Joshua's trump, walls whooshed. Yours, strongholds stormed, spoils secured, victories voiced, values vaulted. Boldness births, battle's blessed impact in the intake. Now, the wave of wonder, call waves wide, worlds wowed. The disciples catch, nets near burst. Yours, awe, accumulates, astonishments await, marvels multiply, mysteries manifest. Hearts hail, heavens hint legacy in the lookup. Comment 777 to wave your wonder, waters widening. This call bridges broken bonds, bridges built bold. Hosea's harlot, love lured back. Yours, rifts repaired, relationships renewed, trusts tested true, ties tempered. Mercy mends means multiply, freedom from fracture, fortunes fused. But patience plants patient, calls cultivate crops, calendars calm. The sower's seed, seasons slow. Yours, waits watered, winds winnowed, hastes halted, harvests huge. Timing trusts, treasures timely, abundance in the await. God's call cultivates callings, crafts carved close. Bezalel's bronze, beauty breathed. Yours, talents tuned, tasks tailored, purposes pulse, potentials peak. Gifts given, glories grow, provision in the pour of passion, and silence sings sweet. Calls cue quiet, choirs in calm. The still small, storms stilled. Yours, hushes heal, harmonies hum, repose renews, revelations rise. Quiet quenches, quests quieted, peace profound, pockets from prayer, hit like if silence sings in your soul, songs stirring soft, and subscribe to the thousands silenced sweet, symphonies shared. This call crushes critics, calls countered calm. Nehemiah's builders, bricks and bows. Yours, taunts turned, testimonies tall. Mockers mute, missions mount strength in the stand. Successes stack, yet grace is gentle. Calls gift good, grudges gone. Stephen's stones, sight to Savior. Yours, wrongs waived, welcomes wide, forgiveness frees, favor flows. Mercy marks, means made, much abundance in the absolve. God's call composes comebacks, crashes to climbs. Peter's denial to declaration, rock restored. Yours, falls followed, faiths fortified, setbacks staged, stories strong. Resilience rises, returns radiant legacy in the loop back. Now, the fire of focus. Call fans flames, fields furrowed fine, Elisha's plow, prophet pulled. Yours, distractions doused, directions deep, aims aligned, actions acute. Precision pays, purposes press wealth in the whittle. Comment 777, if focus fires your field, furrows filling fast. This call connects to core calm, centers centered sure. The storm's peace, waves whipped still. Yours, turmoils tamed, trust's tall tempests turn, tranquility triumphs. Rest roots, resolve runs provision in the peace pause, but boldness bids big, calls charges, champions chosen. Deborah's song, swords swung. Yours, fears faced, fronts formed, courage cascades, conquests close. Dares deliver, doors drawn, impact in the in-charge. God's call cultivates compassion, cares carried close. The widow's might, much made. Yours, needs noted, noblesse nudged, empathy earns. Empires of aid, hearts held, hands help, legacy in the lift of low, and wisdom whispers wide. Calls cue counsel, courses corrected. Solomon's split, shrewd scene. Yours, choices chiseled, confusions cleared, insights inlay, intuitions ignite. Prudence profits, paths pure abundance as advisors award. Subscribe to Whisper Wisdom with thousands, words weaving wise. This call crafts covenants kept, contracts carved close. David's pact, promises proved. Yours, vows voiced. Victories vowed, bonds bind, breakthroughs bought. Faith fastens, fortunes follow provision in the pledge, yet play peaks pure. Calls chuckle chances, children chaste. Jesus kids, kingdom key. Yours, glee grows, games grace, innocence inspires, joy juices. Lightness lifts, lives light, peace in the pastime, plenty in play. God's call commissions, chronicles chronicled, tales told true. The psalmist's pen, pains to praise. Yours, narratives notch, news named stories, stake souls, scriptures self-scribed. Witness wins, wonders worded, impact inked immortal. Now, the surge of service. Call serves self to others, streams shared. The towel's touch, throne traded. Yours, hands humble, heights handed, gifts given, glories gained. Sacrifice seeds, successes swell, wealth washed in work. Comment 777 to surge your service, streams spilling strong. This call bridges beliefs bold, faiths fired full. The centurion's faith, far felt. Yours, doubts doused, devotions deep, creeds claim, convictions carry. Unity under, understandings, up abundance in alliance. But vigilance veils vain, calls check chaff, chaff chased. The tare's tail, harvest held. Yours, foes filtered, fields fine, guards good, gains guarded. Discernment deals, dangers dim, provision patrolled. God's call cultivates curiosity keen, quests quenched quick. The Berean's search, scriptures scoured. Yours, questions quicken, knowledge knots, mysteries minds mapped. Wonder works wonders, worlds one wise legacy learned long, and rest reclaims right. Calls cradle close, cares cast far. The Sabbath stand, souls stilled. Yours, burdens borne by, breaths breathed, deep renewal rises, rhythms right. Quiet quells quests, quietude quickens, peace poured plentiful. Hit like, if rest reclaims your right. Rhythms running right, and subscribe to reclaim, with thousands rests resonating real. This call crushes cycles cruel, chains chafed to change. The slave woman's son, Sarah's stand, yours, bonds break, births bold, pasts past pure, potentials pure, freedom from fetter, fortunes, fresh impact in the inbreak. Yet gratitude gilds gold. Calls cue counts, cups caught full. The leper's one, wholeness, whole heart. Yours, thanks thickens, treasures thicken, appreciation activates all. Praise pulls plenty, provision praised abundance as answer to awe. God's call composes symphonies sacred, strings strung strong. The temple's tune, trumpets triumphant. Yours, melodies mount masses, measures move many harmonies heal, heavens hear heart. Songs stake souls, sounds sacred legacy in the lay of love. Now, the dawn of dominion. Call dawn's domains, dominions drawn. Adam's garden, ground given. Yours, realms ruled right. Rights realized real authority. Authentic assignments advance all. Power pure, purposes prevail. Pure wealth wielded for world. Comment 777 if dominion dawns your domain, draws deep. This call connects to cosmic call, stars strung to soul. The Magi's myrrh, Messiah met. Yours? Heaven's hook, horizons held high, vastness voiced vivid, voids voiced voidless. Wonder wakes worlds, wealth whispers wide provision from the pulse of planets. But roots reach resolute. Calls root realms, families firmed fast. The prodigal's path, pigs to porch. Yours? Estrangements end earnest. Embraces endless ties true. Tribes thrive true. Loyalty lays long. Lineages love-lit abundance in the anchor of ancestry. God's call kindles kinship kind, kin kept in kindness. Boaz's field, Ruth redeemed. Yours? Strangers to siblings, sojourns to settlement bonds bloom big, belonging binds. Family forms from fields. Forgiveness forges legacy in the line of love, and discernment deals deep. Calls cut to core, confusions culled clean. The prophet's plumb, walls weighed. Yours? Whispers winnowed, ways washed, white truths tested true, traps tossed. Clarity claims, choices chaste wisdom's wealth waits wise. Subscribe to deal discernment with thousands, depths delved deliberate. This call crafts clarity crisp, clouds chased clean. The burning bushes blaze, bush bowed. Yours? Fogs flee fast, footings forge, directions drawn definite. Doubts dead, guides glow grand. Goals gripped, good abundance at the aim. Yet joy jolts journeys. Calls charge cheer, cheers chase change. The wedding's wine, water to wonder. Yours? Glee gushes, gladness guards paths pleased. Pursuits pure joy, delight drives deep. Days dance peace in the prance pure, provision in the pleasure. God's call commissions conquests calm, crowns claimed cool. Gideon's fleece, foes fled. Yours? Strongholds silent, spoils, sure victories, voiced velvet. Values, vaulted vast. Boldness births beauty. Battles blessed, big impact in the inclaim. Now, the wave of worship. Call waves wide to wonder, worlds wowed with praise. The seraph's song, thrones trembled. Yours? Awe accumulates all. Astonishments answered, marvels mount. Mysteries meet mercy. Hearts hail high. Heavens hum harmony legacy in the lift of Lord. Comment 777 to wave worship wide. Worlds wowed within. This call bridges broken to bold, bridges built brave. The exiles return, ruins raised. Yours, rifts run right, relationships rebuilt, trusts tempered tough, ties tried true. Mercy mends mighty, means made massive freedom from the fall, fortunes from the fix, but patience paces pure. Calls plant patient, plots plowed plain. The fig's fruit, farmer faithful. Yours, waits watered well. Winds waited wise, hastes halted holy. Harvests held high. Timing trusts true. Treasures turned timely. Abundance in the await all. God's call cultivates callings clear. Crafts called close. The potter's wheel, clay claimed. Yours? Talents tuned tender, tasks tailored true, purposes pulse pure, potentials peaked perfect, gifts given good, glories grown grand, provision in the passion poured, and silence sanctifies sure. Calls cue calm close, clamor cut complete, the whispers wind, cave cooled. Yours? Hushes heal whole, harmonies held high, repose renews right, revelations rise radiant, quiet quells quick, quests quenched quiet, peace poured pure, pockets from the prey, hit like if silence sanctifies your sure step. Steps steady and subscribe to sanctify with thousands, silences sung sweet. This call crushes critics cold, calls countered complete. The mockers murmur, mission moved. Yours, taunts turned to testimony, testimonies tall and true. Mockers made mute, missions mount massive strength in the stand strong, successes stack sure, yet grace gilds gentle. Calls gift grace good, grudges ground to dust. The thief's tree, paradise promised. Yours, wrongs waved wide, welcomes warm whole, forgiveness frees full, favor flows free. Mercy marks mighty, means made much more abundance in the absolve absolute. God's call composes comebacks complete, crashes to crowns. The den's deliverance, Daniel declared, yours, falls followed full, faiths fortified, fierce setbacks stage strong, stories struck straight. Resilience rises radiant, returns run right, legacy in the loop back long. Now, the fire of forgiveness. Call fans flames of free, fields furrowed for family. Joseph's jail to judgment, brothers bowed. Yours? Distractions doused deep, directions drawn, definite aims aligned all, actions acute and able. Precision pays pure, purposes press perfect wealth in the whittle wide. Comment 777, if forgiveness fires your field, furrows freed. This call connects to core courage, centers called calm, the lion's lair, law laid low. Yours, turmoils tamed true, trusts tall and tough, tempests turn tender, tranquility triumphs total, rest roots right, resolve runs radiant, provision in the peace pure. But boldness bids boundless, calls charge champions, charges chaste. The walls whoosh, Jericho joyed. Yours? Fears faced full, fronts formed fierce courage, cascades complete, conquests close and clear. Dares deliver deep, doors drawn, definite impact in the in-charge infinite. God's call cultivates compassion complete, cares carried close and kind. The leper's touch, clean called. Yours? Needs noted near, noblesse nudged, noble empathy earns eternal. Empires of aid endless, hearts held high, hands help holy legacy in the lift of low long, and wisdom whispers wide and wise, calls cue counsel clear, courses corrected complete. The Queen's quest, Solomon schooled. Yours? Choices chiseled clean, confusions cleared, complete insights, inlay infinite, intuitions ignite intense, prudence profits pure, paths pure, and plain abundance as advisors award all. Subscribe to Whisper Wisdom wide with thousands, words weaving worlds. This call crafts covenants complete, contracts carved close and called. The ark's arc, flood faded, yours, vows voiced vivid, victories vowed, vast bonds bind big, breakthroughs bought bold. Faith fastens fierce, fortunes follow full provision in the pledge pure. Yet play peaks, playful pure. Calls chuckle, chances chaste, children called close. The loaves lunch, multitudes moored. Yours? Glee grows grand, games grace, good innocence inspires infinite. Joy juices journeys, lightness lifts long, lives light and lively, peace in the pastime pure, plenty in the play profound. God's call commissions chronicles called, tales told, true and tall. The Exodus epic, Egypt emptied. Yours? Narratives notch new, news named near stories stake souls sure. Scriptures self-scribed, sacred. Witness winds wide, wonders worded whole impact, inked immortal infinite. Now, the surge of sovereignty sure. Calls surges strong, domains drawn deep. The temples take, Solomon's splendor. Yours? Realms ruled right and radiant, rights realized real and rich authority, authentic all. Assignments advance, absolute. Power poised pure. Purposes prevail. Profound wealth wielded for worldwide. Comment 777 to surge sovereignty sure. Stakes set strong and steady. This call connects to cosmic call complete. Stars strung soul to sky. The shepherd's star, stable sought. Yours? Heavens hook high. Horizons held holy. Vastness voiced vivid and vast. Voids voiced voidless vast. Wonder wakes worlds wide. Wealth whispers wide. And wondrous provision from the pulse of planets pure. But roots reach resolute right. Calls root realms real. Families firmed fast and full. The reunion's robe, ring returned. Yours? Estrangements end earnest and eternal. Embraces endless and earnest ties, true and tough. Tribes thrive true. Loyalty lays long and lasting. Lineages love-lit long abundance in the anchor of ancestry all. God's call kindles kinship kind and known. Calls kindle kin kept in kindness known. Yours? Strangers to siblings sure. Sojourns to settlement sacred bonds bloom big and bold. Belonging binds beautiful. Family forms from fields full. Forgiveness forges fierce legacy in the line of love long. And discernment deals deep and definite. Calls cut to core clean. Confusions culled complete. The watchman's word, walls warned. Yours? Whispers winnowed wise. Ways washed white and wide. Truths tested true and tough. Traps tossed total. Clarity claims complete. Choices chaste and clear. Wisdom's wealth waits wise and wide. Subscribe to deal discernment deep with thousands. Depths delved deep and deliberate. This call crafts clarity crisp and cold. Calls craft clear in clouds chased clean and complete. Yours? Fogs flee fast and full. Footings forged firm, directions drawn definite and deep. Doubts dead and done. Guides glow grand and good. Goals gripped good and great abundance at the aim all. Yet joy jolts journeys joyful. Calls charge cheer chaste. Cheers change complete. Yours? Glee gushes grand. Gladness guards good paths. Pleased pure. Pursuits pure joy profound. Delight drives deep and definite. Days dance delightful peace in the prance pure. Provision in the pleasure profound. God's call commissions conquests calm and complete. Calls commission crowns claimed cool and complete. Yours? Strongholds silent sure, spoils sure, and sacred victories voiced velvet and vast, values vaulted vast. Boldness births beauty big, battles blessed big, and bold impact in the inclaim infinite. Now, the wave of worship wide and wondrous, calls wave wide to wonder worlds, wowed with praise profound. Yours? Awe accumulates all and always. Astonishments answered all. Marvels mount mighty. Mysteries meet mercy much. Hearts hail high and holy. Heavens hum harmony, high legacy in the lift of Lord long. Comment 777 to wave worship wide. Worlds wowed with wonder within. This call bridges broken to bold and beautiful. Calls bridge broken bonds built brave and big. Yours? Rifts run right and radiant. Relationships rebuilt, real trusts tempered tough and true. Ties tried true and tall. Mercy mends mighty, and much. Means made massive and meaningful, freedom from the fall full. Fortunes from the fix fierce. But patience paces pure and patient. Calls plant patient, plots plowed plain and profound. Yours? Waits watered well and wise, winds waited wise and wide, hastes halted holy and high, harvests held high and huge. Timing trusts true and tough, treasures turned timely, and tall abundance in the await all and always. God's call cultivates callings clear and called. Calls cultivate crafts carved close and complete. Yours? Talents tuned tender and true, tasks tailored true and tall, purposes pulse pure and profound, potentials peaked perfect and powerful, gifts given good and grand, glories grown grand, provision in the passion poured pure, and silence sanctifies sure and sacred, calls cue calm close and complete, clamor cut complete and clean. Yours? Hushes heal whole and high, harmonies held high, and holy repose renews right and radiant. Revelations rise radiant and real. Quiet quells quick and quiet. Quests quenched quiet and quick, peace poured pure and plentiful, pockets from the prey profound. Hit like if silence sanctifies your sure steps sacred, steps steady and strong, and subscribe to sanctify with thousands, silences sung sweet and sure. This call crushes critics cold and complete. Calls crush calls countered calm and complete. Yours? Taunts turned to testimony true and tall. Testimonies tall and tough. Mockers made mute mighty. Missions mount massive and meaningful, strength in the stand, strong and sure. Successes stack sure and sacred, yet grace gilds gentle and good. Calls gift grace good and grand, grudges ground to dust deep. Yours? Wrongs waved wide and wise, welcomes warm, whole and wonderful, forgiveness frees full and fierce, favor flows free and full. Mercy marks mighty and much, means made much more meaningful, abundance in the absolve absolute and all. God's call composes comebacks complete and called. Calls compose crashes to crowns complete. Yours? Falls followed full and fierce. Faiths fortified, fierce setbacks staged, strong and sacred. Stories struck straight and sure. Resilience rises radiant and real. Returns run right and radiant, legacy in the loop back long and lasting. Now, the fire of forgiveness, fierce and full, calls fan flames of free fields, furrowed for family full. Yours? Distractions doused deep and definite, directions drawn, definite aims aligned all and always, actions acute and able all, precision pays pure and plentiful, purposes press perfect wealth in the whittle wide and wise. Comment 777 if forgiveness fires your field full, furrows freed fierce. This call connects to core courage complete and called. Calls connect centers called calm and complete. Yours? Turmoils tamed true and tough. Trust's tall, tough tempests turn tender and true. Tranquility triumphs total and tall. Rest roots right and radiant. Resolve runs radiant provision in the peace pure and plentiful. But boldness bids boundless and bold. Calls charge champions chaste. Charges chaste complete. Yours? Fears faced full and fierce. Fronts formed fierce courage, cascades complete and called. Conquests close, clear, and complete. Dares deliver deep and definite. Doors drawn, definite impact. In the in-charge, infinite and immense. God's call cultivates compassion, complete and called. Calls cultivate cares, carried close, kind and complete. Yours? Needs noted, near and noble. Noblesse nudged, noble empathy earns eternal and endless. Empires of aid endless. Hearts held high and holy. Hands help holy legacy in the lift of low, long and lasting. And wisdom whispers wide, wise and wonderful. Calls cue counsel clear and complete. Courses corrected complete. Yours? Choices chiseled, clean and complete. Confusions cleared complete. Insights inlay infinite and immense. Intuitions ignite intense. Prudence profits pure and plentiful. Paths pure plain abundance, as advisors award all and always. Subscribe to whisper wisdom wide with thousands, words weaving worlds wide. This call crafts covenants complete and called. Calls craft contracts carved close, called and complete. Yours? Vows voiced vivid and vast. Victories vowed, vast bonds bind big and bold. Breakthroughs bought bold. Faith fastens fierce and full. Fortunes follow full provision in the pledge pure and plentiful.